Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to talk about a coin that has captured the imagination of collectors and casual coin enthusiasts alike. It is the 1972 D Washington quarter, a coin from the United States that some people say is worth big money, even as high as $17,000. Yes, you heard that right. But before anyone gets too excited, let's take a closer look at this coin, its history, its design, and the eras that can make it special. Understanding all of this will also help you know why some 1972 D quarters are worth very little, while a tiny few can reach high prices. Every coin has its own story, its own market value, and its own design, and the 1972 D quarter is no exception. The 1972 D quarter was minted in Denver, which is why it has a small D mint mark on the front, right next to George Washington's ponytail. Mint marks are tiny letters that tell collectors where a coin was made, and the D tells us it came from the Denver Mint. In 1972, the United States was producing millions of coins every year to meet the needs of everyday life. That year, the Denver Mint alone produced over 300 million quarters. That is a very large number, which means that in normal circumstances, these coins are very common. You could easily find a 1972 D quarter in your change without realizing it. Because of this high production, most of these coins are not rare or worth a lot of money in their everyday circulated condition. In fact, a regular used 1972 D quarter is usually worth just 25 cents, the face value of the coin. But just because a coin is common doesn't mean it has no appeal. Coin collectors often look for special things that make a coin more valuable than its face value. The main things that can increase a coin's value are condition, rarity, and mint errors. Condition refers to how well the coin has survived over the years. If a coin is worn, scratched, or damaged, its value goes down. If it is in excellent condition, especially uncirculated or mint state, its value can go up. Rarity is about how unusual the coin is. Even a common coin can be rare if there is a small number of it in perfect condition or with a special feature. Mint errors are mistakes that happen during the manufacturing process. Sometimes these errors make coins highly collectible and valuable. There are many types of mint errors. One type is called a doubled die. This happens when part of the design appears doubled, as if someone accidentally stamped it twice. A doubled die can appear in the numbers, letters, or other details on the coin. Another type of error is an off-center strike. If a coin is not perfectly aligned in the minting machine, the design may appear shifted to one side. Some coins are struck on the wrong type of metal or have clipped planchets, where a piece of the coin is missing. Broad strikes are another type of error where the coin appears wider and flatter than normal. All of these errors make a coin unusual and can significantly increase its value, depending on how dramatic the mistake is and how well the coin has been preserved. Condition is also extremely important. Coins are graded on a scale called the mint state or MS scale, which goes from MS60 to MS70. A coin in MS60 may have some minor imperfections, while a coin in MS70 is considered perfect, with no marks or signs of wear. A 1972 D quarter in MS65 might already be considered very nice, while an MS67 or higher is extremely rare. Because millions of these coins were circulated, most have some wear. Finding one in extremely high mint condition is unusual, and this is what can make the difference between a coin being worth a few dollars and a coin being worth hundreds, or even thousands of dollars. When people talk about a 1972 D quarter being worth $17,000, they are usually talking about an extremely rare combination, a coin in perfect or near perfect condition that also has a dramatic mint error. This is not something you see every day. Most 1972 D quarters do not come close to this value. The vast majority are worth just their face value or a little more if they are in very good condition. For example, a nice uncirculated 1972 D quarter might sell for $1 to $5, while a coin with a small mint error could be worth $20, $50, or maybe a few $100s. Only in extremely unusual cases, when all factors line up perfectly, might a 1972 D quarter approach a very high value such as $17,000. Even then, there is no widely documented sale confirming a normal 1972 D quarter ever sold for this price. Claims of such high values often come from unverified online listings or speculation rather than confirmed auction records. Despite this, the idea that a coin could be worth so much captures people's imagination. It is fun to check your coins at home and see if you might have something special. The first step is to examine the coin carefully. Look at the date, the mint mark, and the overall appearance. Does it look shiny and new, or worn and dull? Are there any unusual marks, doubling, or shifts in the design? Even small errors can be interesting to collectors. If you think you might have a rare or valuable coin, it is a good idea to have it graded by a professional service. Professional grading companies examine coins closely and assign a grade based on condition, striking, and preservation. A coin that is graded highly can often sell for more because buyers trust the grading. The design of the 1972 decoder is the same classic design that has been in use for decades. The front features George Washington, the first president of the United States. This portrait was first introduced on the quarter in 1932 and has remained largely the same since then. The back of the coin features an eagle with outstretched wings, holding arrows and surrounded by olive branches. The eagle symbolizes strength, while the olive branches represent peace. This design is familiar to anyone who has used a quarter in the United States, and it carries historical and cultural significance beyond its monetary value. Each coin tells a story about the time it was made and the people who used it. Understanding coin value is not just about numbers. It is about appreciating history, art, and rarity. The 1972 decoder is a good example of this. While most coins are worth just a small amount, a few exceptional coins have qualities that make them highly desirable to collectors. This is why the market value of a 1972 decoder can vary so much. A worn coin from your pocket change may be worth just 25 cents, while a coin in perfect condition with a strong mint error could be worth hundreds, or even thousands. When people say a 1972 decoder is worth anywhere from pocket change to $17,000, they are showing the full range of possibilities, from common to extremely rare. It is important to understand that rarity and condition are the main drivers of value. Even a coin with a dramatic error is not automatically worth thousands unless it is also in excellent condition. Similarly, a coin in perfect condition but without any error is usually only worth a few dollars for this year and mint. Collectors are looking for the combination of rarity, condition, and historical significance. That is why professional grading is so important for serious buyers and sellers. A certified coin gives confidence to collectors that what they are buying is authentic and truly high quality. If you are just starting to look at coins, the 1972 D Washington quarter is a good place to begin. It is easy to find, it has a clear design, and it shows how collectors value coins based on condition and errors. Checking your coins can be exciting and educational. You learn to see details you might otherwise overlook, and you can practice spotting mint marks, dates, and potential errors. Even if your coin is not worth hundreds or thousands, you are still learning about history and collecting, which is valuable in its own way. In summary, the 1972 D Washington quarter is a coin with a long history, a familiar design, and the potential to be valuable in rare cases. Most coins from this year and mint are common and worth just a few cents to a few dollars. The factors that can increase value include condition, mint errors, and rarity. Dramatic errors or coins in perfect mint condition are extremely rare and might reach very high values, sometimes quoted as $17,000. However, these examples are not typical and should not be expected by someone who simply finds a coin in their change. Checking for errors, examining condition, and consulting professional grading services are the steps to take if you want to determine whether your coin could be valuable. Even if your 1972 decoder is not worth thousands, it is still a part of American history. It has passed through countless hands and has been part of daily life for decades. Each coin has its own story, its own design, and its own market value. Collecting coins is not just about money, it is about appreciating history, learning to see details, and understanding the way coins connect people across time. The 1972 D Washington quarter is a perfect example of this. It is a coin that can be ordinary or extraordinary, depending on the circumstances. It teaches us to look carefully, think critically, and appreciate the stories that coins can tell. So if you find a 1972 D quarter in your drawer or change jar, take a moment to examine it. Hold it under light, look closely at the date and mint mark, and check for any unusual features. Even if it turns out to be a regular coin worth just its face value, you now know the history behind it and the potential for rare coins. That is the beauty of coin collecting. Each coin has its own story, and every collector has the chance to discover something unique. Thank you for watching, and I hope this explanation helps you understand the 1972 D Washington quarter, its history, its errors, and its potential value. Keep checking your coins, enjoy the history, and remember that every coin tells a story.